Well, I've probably stayed up till 3 more than I'm giving it credit for. I really got to rack my brain, even though I don't remember anything in my whole life. On the show today, the Sixers go into the All-Star break really shitty by getting their asses kicked by the Portland Trail Blazers and the Knicks. They're getting their asses kicked so bad by the Knicks, we're starting this podcast while the game is going on. Pretty confident that the Sixers are not going to come back. As well, Ben Simmons puts out a really weird video, really comedy video. We'll talk about that. And I would say that the Jared McCain trade has inspired the most negative Ricky reaction on email and voicemail of anything that's happened with the Sixers in a very long time. So we will try to get to some of those and not disrespect your engagement. The Rights Ricky Sanchez podcast is presented by Draftkings Sportsbook. Sign up for Draftkings Sportsbook by using promo code RTRS. Brought to you by MortgageCS. Become a MortgageCS Ricky VIP at mortgagecs.com/Ricky. Anthony Degli Obizzi, the official financial planner of the Ricky. Text Ricky to 484-471-4873. And Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka, the official canned cocktail of the Rights Ricky Sanchez podcast. Putting the finishing touches on our trip to New Orleans. Very excited for that to happen. Less than 2 weeks away, Feb 20 to 23. If last minute you're like, I want to go to New Orleans with the guys, go to rightsrickysanchez.com/fly. Reserve your spot there. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka. Look, whether you're celebrating during a big win while you're watching or you're drowning your sorrows in just one of the worst losses of the year, Surfside is there for you. They are. They're there. It's right by your side, a cold one. And when you say cold one, it means the Surfside. Maybe it's just the standard iced tea, lemonade, and vodka, or just the standard lemonade and vodka, or the green tea, whatever it is. 2 grams of sugar, 100 calories, cool-looking can from Philly. The vodka right here, distillery right here in Philly. Love Surfside. Go to drinksurfside.com to find where you can get it. You can get it wherever you get your canned cocktails. You got to be 21. Please enjoy it responsibly. Without any further ado, Amos and the chef.
We were right, y'all. We were right. Even when it went wrong, we were right. We was right, y'all. We were right. So say the name. Say the name. We were right, y'all. We were right. Even when it went wrong, we were right. We were right, y'all. We were right. So say the name. Say the name. Say the name.
Welcome to the Rights Ricky Sanchez podcast. I'm Spike Eskin, along with a guy that some say is a needle mover at the deadline. That is one Mike Levin.
Sixers currently down 40 with a couple minutes into the fourth.
Gross.
I'm embarrassed.
It's egregious.
Pathetic.
Embarrassing.
Awful.
It's really, really bad. So frustrating.
Everybody should be a little embarrassed.
The bottom falls off and falls out of the Sixers more often than any other team. They are capable of looking so bad, so embarrassing, so like they should be disbanded. Like the team,
it's drastic.
Morale, everything is just ghoulishly bad over and over again. Jose Alvarado just picking everybody's pocket. No pride whatsoever. Gutless losers. They're down 43 now. I mean, it's hideous. They don't play. You know, this feels like a process era game against the Lob City Clippers. Like this,
yes,
that feels.
They
like
were
where
having
we're at.
fun out there. The Knicks were like laughing and dunking and shooting open threes. It was like they were playing. Yeah. It was like two teams from two different leagues.
They're down now 45. Someone is wide open all the time. This is on the Sixers' home floor. The Knick fans are just like totally posing.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Jose Alvarado has 26. I mean, like, there's nights when things go bad, and there's just like, this is kind of who you are. And this was for the second half of the Portland game, and this, like, This is who they are. Like without Joel and PG, they cannot defend. They simply like cannot defend against anybody. Towns
They don't
got
have a
a
real
ton
easy
of
time
easy
scoring
buckets.
either, to be quite
No,
honest with
totally.
you. Yeah.
Towns got a ton of easy buckets. And as much as I hate how often they send help and they send it so fucking often, they can't defend 101. So the way that Nick Nurse coaches and the way that the team is capable of being is either the team they're playing misses a ton of wide open catch and shoot threes, like wide the fuck open catch and shoot threes. And even if they do, the Sixers collectively may not corral enough defensive rebounds, even if they do. Or they lose. And a lot of times they lose embarrassingly. A relocation just like kills their defense. If you move a little away from the 3-point line, away from a double team, they're baffled. A give and go, not a chance. A backdoor cut, which the Knicks did 100 times in the first quarter, the Sixers aren't aware that that's legal. They turn their heads easy. They relax easy. They give their guy gives the ball up, and it's like, oh, nice, a break. And then it's just like, oh, nope, I'm beat. A team that is looking to pass, that is willing to pass, the Sixers defense is completely gobsmacked by it. And the team is just like not that good, really. Like they're not that good. Even when they were good, they were just like pretty good. They're 19-12 with Joel, and as Joel has gotten better, that's improved. And they're 11-12 without him, and that's just like what it feels like. They can sometimes beat mediocre teams, and they like don't have it against anybody that matters. And personnel-wise, like it just feels like whack-a-mole. Like they have depth of like playable basketball players, but they don't have enough high-end talent, especially without PG out. And Joel missing so many games. And that's a lot of money on the bench, obviously. That's a ton of money on the bench. That's most of the salary cap. But you try to like patchwork it, right? You try to go like next man up, and it's like there's a guy who can't defend, but they can't handle. You got a guy that can shoot, but they can't rebound. It's all like good players, but the sum of their parts is just like way less than what they need. That's why I wanted Giannis and was willing to do it, because like the top end of this team just isn't there, and the bottom end is, as we can see, like really fucking bottom as it gets. When they're missing Joel, a team that is willing to pass and can outwork them, like they're going to get embarrassed, and they're being embarrassed right now for the, I don't know, 7th time this season, losing by like 20
They
plus.
should be embarrassed.
Gross.
Play it.
It's
An hour of this.
Sorry, it was. I did it at the top, and I skipped it the second time you did the embarrassing thing, but I felt like I should do it there.
Play. I mean, they deserve it. This is just, I mean, putrid. Last game for the All-Star break. Have fun in Cancun.
So I don't have very many takes about this game, but I have takes sort of about this game. It's not really about the game. It's around the game. Can I throw some takes out there for you?
Yeah.
So the first one is the with and without Embiid thing. It does seem like the more Embiid plays, the less capable they are playing without Embiid, which makes sense because they're not doing it as much. Not an excuse, just sort of talking as I think, everything is surrounding him, and they did have more success earlier in the year, but they're doing like a whole different thing. And this thing now where, it's once every 6 games or 4 games or 5 games that they're without Embiid. Now 2 consecutive games. We'll get to that in a second. But does seem like it makes everything more difficult without him when he is playing more, as opposed to just figuring out how you're going to do it without him, if that makes sense. Not that they're much more than a 500 team without him in any, even in the most optimistic sense, but it seems like it's getting worse as the season goes on, the without Embiid thing. I don't know if the numbers prove it, certainly the way it feels.
Yeah.
There's another sort of stay with Embiid. So he's missed 2 consecutive games with right knee injury management. Now, Richard Jefferson said that he was applauding them for being so transparent. And I know I'm going to get a text message about this. I don't care. They are not being transparent about it. I just want to be 100% clear about this, about what they're being transparent about, what they're not being transparent about. Just the knee that he has missed the last 2 games with is his right knee. It's not even the knee he had surgery on. It is the knee that he missed like 3 weeks of games with, and they never said what was wrong with it, what happened, or what continues to be wrong with it. So that is the knee that they're managing. They have never told us what the injury is, and that is not transparency. That is the opposite of transparency. The second thing is there's two different designations they can give. Now, they can sort of play loose with what one of them means, but every time that we have seen him out with injury management, it is not that there's anything wrong. It's when he's sitting out on a back-to-back. It is to keep him fresh. So when he was out against Portland and they said right or knee injury management, they never said that there was anything wrong. They just said he's not playing, right? But then he misses this one, and they say there is soreness, and there was soreness that happened after the Suns game. So instead of it being out with right knee soreness, it's injury management, but it is not how they have typically used the injury management designation. Nobody told us that there was knee soreness after the Suns game. They didn't tell us until this time when he missed the Trailblazers game. So I want to be clear, they're not being transparent. We still don't know what's wrong with his right knee. Now, I hope, and as they have suggested, that it was better than it was before, and after the All-Star break, he'll be good to go. But we're all just waiting, or at least I am, waiting for this other shoe to drop with, and then to go to the coach and Joel and the organization. The last almost 2 months, Joel Embiid is playing 34 minutes and 33 seconds per game. Mike, I will ask you, for any season, what is the most minutes per game Joel Embiid has ever played?
Oh, that's interesting. I would say per game on average. Now, these numbers are imperfect because games he leaves early.
Sure.
You
yes.
know?
But it's all part of it.
It's all part of it. I'll say 35.
It's 34 and a half. So over the last month and a half, 2 months, Joel Embiid is playing minutes-wise equal to the most minutes per game he's ever played in a season. Does anyone on planet Earth who has any sort of reasonable idea of what is going on here think that Joel Embiid should be playing the most minutes per game he's ever played in his entire career after missing essentially a whole year due to a knee issue? Now he's managing two separate knee issues, one of which is mystery. Should he be playing 34 and a half minutes a game? No. The answer is no. It's no. And whether that's Embiid or the team or a combination of both, which is likely what it is stupid. It's dumb. It's going to end up bad. I promise it will end up bad. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So I just want to throw that out there. The Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast is brought to you. I have a couple other takes if I could get to them, but the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast brought to you by MortgageCS. Our friends from MortgageCS, Ben and Alec, will be in New Orleans at Fly the Process. So if you're going with us, you need a mortgage broker, just say hi to Ben and Alec. They'll be at the pregame party. They'll be at the live pod at Preservation Hall. They have to. Well, it doesn't have to. There's no law or rule against it, but I would suggest if you are buying a home, or even if you're refinancing, whatever it is, if you need a mortgage broker, you should use MortgageCS. I say that to you, not because they're advertisers on the podcast. I mean, that's why it's happening. But I say it to you because they are truly incredible. The experience of using them as a mortgage broker is unlike anybody else you will use. Communicative. Their information is great. They are friendly. They are responsive. They are available whenever the hell you need them. And most importantly, or one of the important things, is they're independent. They don't have secret ties to any banks. So when they are leading you toward one loan rather than a different one, it is for you. You will go in knowing this much. I have the little hand about your mortgage, and you will leave knowing this much. It's big. You will know much more. If you're thinking about buying a home in 2026, I would reach out to MortgageCS now, even if it's not till summer, even if it's not till fall. The sooner that you can get with them, the sooner you can get them the information you need, and the earlier they can help you. So reach out to Ben anytime. He is the CEO of MortgageCS, 267-391-7425. That is 267-391-7425, or mortgagecs.com/Ricky. They are a top 25 mortgage broker in the whole U.S. That is incredible. They're in 11 states, of course, right around here. But if you're not around here, they are in a lot of other states. And I mentioned buying a home, yes. Refinancing, yes. If you've bought a home in the last few years, your mortgage rate starts with a 7. I wouldn't wait around. You know, you can if you want. You can sort of play those games, but just because rates go down doesn't mean they're going to go down forever. MortgageCS, reach out to Ben, as I said, 267-391-7425 or mortgagecs.com/Ricky. You can also go to Google, see all the 5-star reviews. This advertisement is not a commitment to lend or extend credit. MortgageCS is an equal housing opportunity mortgage broker. Our loans are subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions may apply. Company NMLS 1464766. One other thing. So Grimes is out, and the Sixers have 2 guards. They have 2 playable guards on the entire roster when Grimes is out. Kyle Lowry, well, even though he played 18 minutes versus the Portland Trailblazers, we all agree he is not a playable guard in the NBA in 2026. So just want to remind everybody that we were told that the 2 things I want to say. The Sixers have such a glut of guards that there's just simply no room to play Jared McCain. We have too many guards. And the fact is, they barely have any guards, because if one of these guards happens to miss 2 or 3 weeks, they are up shit's creek. I hope the buyout market works, but it usually doesn't. It usually doesn't. You're either getting a guy who's not good or a guy who is often injured. Lonzo Ball, whatever, Chris Middleton, all these things. So if even one of these guys, VJ, Maxey, or Grimes, misses an extended period of time, we are fucked. There's no guards. There's no guards to play. So just want to throw that out there, that we only have 3 fucking playable guards on the entire roster. And we were told no needle movers were traded for at the deadline. Now, he's not an all-star, but Jose Alvarado certainly looked like a fucking needle mover to me tonight, you know? So that's it. That's it. It's just 2 losses, whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of pissy about it. Yeah.
They're just like, this is why when you were like, they got to get out of the play-in, I'm like, let's just fucking cool off, because they're just not going to be that good. They're just not. Like, we are destined in this era or multiple eras of Sixers basketball to just be like, they have moments where they look good, and the low end is so bad that they're never going to do anything. It's just not going. They're just never going to do it. I feel like this kind of game and this type of stretch makes me like question every decision in my life. This is making me. This is making
so
me
miserable.
This is a miserable experience.
I'm not disagreeing.
It is like,
I'm not disagreing.
Obviously, this game is what it is. Losing by 1 million on national TV to the Knicks at home, watching like Janai Broom just be awful, and fucking Andre Drummond out there getting absolutely owned by Mitchell Robinson. They just don't have it. You can change out all the players. Something about being on this team, whether it's an Embiid team or just the Sixers in general, they just like don't have it. But like, it feels like climbing a fucking mountain with this team, and then you get to the top and you play a real team or at the right time, and then just somebody is just sort of like flicking you down, and then you just like tumble all the way down the mountain, and they're down. They're fucking
almost
getting
50.
Absolutely rolled. They were down 49 at one point.
Yeah.
Dalen Terry making his debut, new 2A edition.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about him. I'm on the rundown.
Yeah, I mean, this is a putrid game. They're like losing to the Knicks in the same way, where they get out rebounded. Josh Hart misses a floater. Nobody boxes him out. He gets his own rebound. Mitchell Robinson absolutely owning them. Bona can't do anything about it. Drummond can't do anything about it. Theoretically, that's what Drummond does. Making stupid mistakes, making stupid passes, leaving guys wide the fuck open, just like over and over and over again. Wide the fuck open. Corner 3, wide open. Corner 3, wide open. Darryl like did a whole team, a whole ethos where the Houston Rockets, the Harden Rockets, Harden in his prime Rockets, were just getting open corner 3 after open corner 3. And the Sixers on defense give those up. Like, that can't be what the ideal is. It just can't. That can't be what they're like hoping to accomplish. the game plan we have is to give up as many wide open corner threes as possible and hope that NBA players can hit open shots because it's 1971. And we don't think guys can hit shots and guys can't pass because they don't think they're allowed. I told this story
also
before,
can't guard straight up.
Yeah, there's just
right
nothing
now
they can do.
Yeah.
I mean, just putrid. I just don't think. Look, this is why I didn't want like the Sixers to trade multiple picks for like a seventh man or something at the deadline. Like there just wasn't shit out there that could have been actually useful. A guy here and there. It would have been nice if they could have traded somebody that wasn't like an actual young exciting star who did something in McCain. If like they could have swindled somebody into thinking Bona or Broom or Justin Edwards was somebody, that would have been nice. But no, dude, they're just like the problems are the same problems. They don't have enough smart players. They don't have enough athletes. They don't have enough shooters. They don't have enough guys that can play team defense. It's just not happening. It just isn't. And I want to every decision I've ever made is being questioned right now. I hate this shit. I hate having to fucking stay at work to do this dumbass podcast. This is not a regular season loss. This is not a regular season loss. You don't lose by 50 at home to the Knicks on national television. It's just like, well, losses happen. Like
Thunder lost to the Hornets.
They should be relegated. They should be relegated. This is a relegation.
I don't have a song for that.
They should be like sent away. They should have to go play hockey for like a couple weeks until they like win enough at hockey that they like get to play basketball again. Like this shouldn't be allowed. People are talking about like, oh, tanking is such a scourge on the league. Like the fans, think about the fans for tanking. This is it. This is worse than that by so much. We've done that. Tanking is fun because you're losing on purpose with the hope of something in the future. This is just absolute pain and misery watching fucking just absolute dickless losers. Just lay egg after egg. It's awful.
Okay.
They should take this off television. Finally, the game is over. They lost by 49. They lost by 49.
Can you tell me about Dalen Terry? I don't know anything about him. Signed a two-way, was on the Bulls. All I did was look at his stats. I figured you would have loved him in college.
Yeah, I mean, he was a fun player on a fun Arizona team. He's like a big guard that can like get out and transition and move and defend, and he plays kind of ferociously. But he makes too many bad decisions. He really can't shoot.
Yeah.
And he's probably not an NBA player.
Okay. Well, that's
I
good
mean, I
news.
like taking the swing on it. It's like a fine guy. I think they drafted him in the first round.
Yes, he was
one
a first round pick.
One of many very bad Bulls picks. But yeah, I mean, he's like 6'7". Can play some like ferocious defense, but I don't think he'll shoot enough to be anyone that matters. I've shooting 41% from three this year, but like on like incredibly small volume. Like he's not somebody that people are going to guard.
So I've not made it through more than 20 seconds of this upcoming video. And I'm hoping that you can either explain it to me. I also want to see how long you could last with this video. Have you seen this Ben Simmons, Tiffany Haddish video? Have you seen this?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So here is a tweet from Trayvon Free. After Ben Simmons, at Ben Simmons 25, was publicly shaded in a viral ad by his ex last week, he decided it was only fair to call Tiffany Haddish and lawyer up. Had an insanely fun time writing, directing, and getting this out in 5 days for Sleeper HQ. Now, before we start this, are you aware of Ben Simmons' ex making a joke about him in a viral ad?
It was Kendall Jenner.
I assumed.
She did an ad for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Where she talked about her various exes.
Okay.
And I forget what the ad was for.
Okay.
Which happens to every single ad I've ever watched.
Yes. Okay. Except for the
so it talked about like Devin Booker and other like people that did this and blah blah, and like Booker like clap back at her online and stuff. But
well, Ben didn't clap back at her online. It seems as if he hired Tiffany Haddish, a very famous director, to produce this 3-minute joke video. Let's see how long Mike lasts.
This is going to be painful. Can you pause it?
Yeah.
Can you pause it? This is going to be the worst. This is going to be worse than the game for me.
Yes.
I think Tiffany Haddish is very funny, but like
obviously.
I'm certain that this is going to be as rough as it gets.
Yes.
And so I just want to say ahead of time, haven't seen it, don't know what it's about.
Yep.
Simmons is in it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be absolutely brutal. This is insult to injury. The fact that you would do this to me after this game is absolutely cruel.
I'm cruel. Yes.
So just
I
whenever I
should
need
be
a break,
canceled over this.
just be ready to pause it.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, CJ.
Have you or someone you know been injured emotionally in a high-profile relationship? It's very
I have a
common.
mustache.
Are your exes subbing you in commercials?
If so, you may be entitled to retribution.
No, compensation.
That's what I said. You need emotional injury specialists, Simmons and Haddish.
You need
The excommunicators. At Simmons and Haddish, we confront your ex so you don't have to and get you resolutions you deserve.
Or at the very least, shared custody of their dog you kind of liked.
That's right, because no one knows excommunication like Simmons and Haddish.
We'll get you excommunicated faster than you can go from an A cup to a C cup, guaranteed. Don't take my word for it.
Child, don't get me started on these two. They have no idea what they're doing. At all.
Whoa,
Look, man, if you want a peaceful breakup, don't call Simmons and Haddish.
Why would this be the commercial?
I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm great at relationships.
those are definitely the wrong tapes.
Who put that up? Who the hell? Kim! This is what happens when you hire your cousins. They tell you they know how to edit because they done seen some shit off of YouTube. You can't be...
My ex was so hot after Simmons and Haddish hit her that she wrote a whole album about me. And it went diamond.
You didn't tell me it was Mary J. Blige!
Simmons and Haddish promised me that they could put an end to this whole ex-girlfriend fiasco quickly,
That doesn't sound right.
rapidly.
That's not what I said.
Okay, pronto.
I said swiftly. Why is that so hard to remember?
Ah, that's on me. I came at him wrong. I thought he was black. My bad.
To your credit, Tiff, we as a community have to be better gatekeepers of the taper fade.
Haters aside, at Simmons and Haddish, we can recover anything, whether it be cars, jewelry,
This is
hoodies,
so
even
long.
BBLs.
You're T-boned by an uninsured baddie over All-Star Weekend, a victim of social media malpractice, suffer gaslight burns, or just have the general inability to keep up. Send me a hat's got your back, baby.
I like that semi heads. That's good.
He looks thirsty.
Enjoy that drink, officer, security, sir.
Either way, nobody getting beat up today.
So call Simmons and Haddish today.
Where did the
The excommunicators. Picking the right love interest
I'm
is
so
hard.
all right.
Picking the right app.
There we go. So I'm actually
So long.
shocked that you made it through. It is very long. It's
I know
not
there
funny
were a
at
couple
all.
nice moments of it. It really just loses it. There's not really a conceit that they stick with. It's not a sketch
No.
in a way that you can feel like it's intentional. It's sort of like someone had an idea and before they like finished the sentence, the cameras had already pressed record. And they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh God, we got to keep going."
Yeah. Like it's not totally scripted, but it doesn't feel like it was totally it doesn't feel totally written, I would guess. I would say.
No, I
Yeah.
feel like unfortunately it was very, very written.
Yeah.
It was as written as it gets. No, that was tough to watch. Simmons is a really bad actor. He did deliver that dog line pretty good, but
Why does it exist? Why
doesn't
was
need
it
to exist
made?
at all?
Yeah,
Sleeper is an app that is like a fantasy app.
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah, we
they
hate
paid
them.
for it.
Yeah, we hate them.
Look, good. If people
No
get paid,
use.
that's good stuff. Good
Yeah.
for them getting paid.
Yeah.
That was a tough watch. I just wouldn't be like out there the way Simmons.
Well, for what? Like, why now? Why this?
I guess he got paid to do it, but that was tough. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was as long as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But I really was. I found that to be an unpleasant dessert to the
Yeah, sorry.
the shit meal of the game.
Sorry. Yeah. It was very stupid. The Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast is brought to you by Anthony Degli Obizzi, the official financial planner of the Ricky. Look, there's better ways to spend your money. Hiring Tiffany Haddish and Ben Simmons to make a uncomfortable joke video that will not go viral Also, what an own. Kendall Jenner's commercial was during the Super Bowl.
I know.
And Ben Simmons's is a Twitter joke video.
Oh, CJ.
There was, I think, like 15 seconds of this during the Super Bowl because I do remember seeing this during the game.
I did not see it.
During that play during the Super Bowl?
Not the whole 3-minute cut. It was a much shortened version, I believe.
Wow. Anyway, the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast brought to you by Anthony Degli Obizzi. I was realizing, getting ready for taxes, Anthony is my financial planner. He's been a Ricky guy for a very long time. I recommend him. He is based out of Monastra Financial Group in Delco. Text the word Ricky to 484-471-4873. Set up a consultation. I just wanted to say personally, this is my experience, not necessarily replicatable, but was getting ready to do my taxes. And I looked at everything that Anthony had set up for us over the last few years. And I was so happy that I had found him. I feel so much better set up. If anything were to happen, if we were to lose our jobs, we feel better set up. If something was to happen to either of us, we feel better set up. For retirement, better set up. And it's all his doing. I don't really do anything. That's the great thing about Anthony. If you want to be very, very involved with him and think about all your investments and you're like, buy this, sell this, he could do that for you. But if you're somebody like me that just wants to feel like everything is set when you're moving forward, and I just say, how much do I have to give you every month? Or not give him, but put in every month. That's what he does. He can do that too. Anything financial related. So whether it is college savings for your kids, whether it is saving for a house, whether it's retirement savings, whether it's changing over a 401k, rolling one over because you just changed jobs, whatever it is, but life insurance, Anthony is your guy. He is trustworthy. He is a Ricky guy. He is good at it. And I can't tell you, worked with somebody else before Anthony, didn't really get started saving money for my future until my late 30s. And the guys before were fine. But Anthony, I just looked at the difference he's made in a couple of years has been outstanding. So thank you, Anthony. The good thing is you can use them too. Text the word Ricky to 484-471-4873. That is, text the word Ricky to 484-471-4873. You can set up a consultation. Doesn't cost you anything. And you can get it set up too. That is Anthony Degli Obizzi, the official financial planner of the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast. You got to bark.
What happened to Ben's fish career?
Yes. Yeah, I thought he was owning a fish team now.
The fish team of commercial clapback videos.
Let me ask you this:
the fish of F1 Fishy,
the fish of F1 Fishy.
Yeah.
Okay, Are you drunk? Are you? I can't tell if you're high. Are you on painkillers?
No, I'm at work. I'm just very tired and resentful of
the Sixers.
All of it, every part of it.
So before we get to the Jared McCain emails and voicemails, I was actually thinking there's so many voicemails. I remember once when the Sixers lost in the playoffs, I put all the voicemails into one pod and released it. It's kind of therapeutic for everyone, I think. We have so many Jared McCain ones. I was thinking about doing the same thing. Before we get to the Jared stuff, we got an email from Steve. Been sitting on this one. I want to know, I think we've done a lot of complaining. This is a good basketball question. From Steve. Love you both. Genuine, full, and wholesome buddy love. Question. Getting VJ has been the best for the Sixers, the absolute best. And when you get a good thing, it's fun to compare it to other good things that you might have had, like Con Kneppel. How do you think things would look on the Sixers if they had picked Con instead? Would they be better or worse today and tomorrow? I love that you be forced to be positive and jinxing in your own response. So, what do you think if they had gotten Con?
I mean, Con's great. He's doing a great job in Charlotte.
All-time shooting season for a rookie. All-time shooting season.
Incredible shooter. Can make plays off the bounce. Good connector too. Sturdy on defense. Obviously, he's going to get beat by quicker guys, but he's going to probably net out to be an average defender, maybe more because he plays hard.
He's strong.
He's strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think what you'd surround Maxey with might be different. If you had Con instead of VJ, but VJ's athleticism is going to make him give him the higher ceiling, I think. But maybe Con is just like going to be
Con's also not a bad athlete. He's a good athlete. He's not a VJ
Yeah, he's just not like
athlete.
crazy fast, and he's
Yes.
not like, he doesn't have
Yeah.
crazy bounce the way VJ
Yeah.
does. So like, as VJ's handle gets better, you could see him becoming like impossible to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you'll always be able to put some like 6'8", 6'9" wing defender, Jaden McDaniels, whatever, on Con and be like, he's gonna make it hard on him. Dyson Daniels, he's gonna make it hard on him. And because of VJ's speed, and if his handle catches up, then it's gonna be upside. So I think right now, Con probably has the higher floor. VJ probably has the higher ceiling. But they're both really good players. Good draft class. Really good draft class. Better than I liked both guys, and they're immediately better than I thought they'd be.
Yeah, in short, if we had gotten Con, we would be thrilled right now. We would be happy, and we would be making the case that he is the second best player in the draft. And I think it's a case you can certainly make.
I mean, it makes me wonder if like should the Spurs have swapped 2 for 4 or something like that and taken Con and gotten something else out of it, because he'd be really, really helpful for them. But obviously Dylan Harper's good, and they're good too.
So, there we go. So, as I said, we got all this Jared stuff. I just wanted to work through some of it. Not all of it deserves a lot of conversation, but you should be heard. This came from Mark. Do we know if Bob Myers is consulted on trades with his new role within Harris Blitzer Sports Entertainment? I'm curious if Daryl had to run it by him. Bob was a big supporter of Jared on draft night with his analyst role on ESPN. I'd feel better with the trade if Bob also soured on our beloved Jared and agreed with Daryl, because as it stands now, it looks like the second worst trade in years after Luka. I wouldn't compare it to the Luka trade just yet, but I find it very unlikely that Bob Myers is consulting with the Sixers on trades.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's got way bigger things to do other than should we trade our small guard that isn't playing well for a first round pick. I don't think he is scouting players anymore. His job is just much bigger than this. So I guess if there was a player that played for a team that Bob Myers was like, that he was intimately familiar with, they might ask for his feedback. Do you know this guy? Do you know anything? But his job, as I am to understand it, would just be way beyond this. So,
I mean, I don't know anything. I don't know how the organization works in this way at all. I would be surprised if it wasn't brought up to him because of his closeness with the owners, and obviously the owners are signing off on this trade. So why are you having Bob Myers, former GM of the Warriors, around if not to like chime in on things like this? I agree with you. I don't think he's scouting anymore so much, and maybe has a bigger portfolio of business shit going on.
Well, also in charge of the Commanders and the Devils, but
he's a basketball
guy,
so I would imagine that if it's with the deadline coming up and a guy that they just drafted, I mean I have no reason. You know more about this than me, but like I would be surprised. I guess I'm so surprised to hear you say that he wouldn't be consulted. I imagine he was.
I imagine he wasn't. That would be unless he has specific knowledge of Jared McCain for some reason or another. His job is pretty far beyond this, is what I understand. But maybe I'm wrong, but that was my guess. Got this to 833 Lickface.
Hi, Spike. Hi, Mike. Hi, CJ. It's Isabel in Miami, but I'm obviously a native Philadelphian. I'm just even halfway through your podcast about them trading Jared McCain, and I know I'm shouting into the void here because I'm also pissed off. But you know what? Part of me is like, this could be great for Jared. Let him go have a great career there. Let him be on the best team. Let him win a championship. And on the Thunder Instagram last night, the comments from those fans could not have been more supportive and more enthusiastic about getting him. So you know what? Let him go somewhere where he's valued, and fuck Nick Nurse. I don't really mean that. I do kind of, but maybe not entirely. That was harsh. But a little bit, yeah. Thanks. Bye.
So at halftime, the Thunder are up 75-52 on the Suns. Jared McCain is 3 of 3 on the floor, 8 points plus 15.
I mean, I meant to say this both podcasts and kept forgetting to do it, but like to make that trade with the Thunder as so many picks and the one you get for him is the worst one.
Is not the one, not even your own.
Not even your own.
Yeah. Shout out Weitzman.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully McCain is. I mean, it's gonna be cool to see him succeed.
Yes.
On the Thunder, it's gonna be cool to see him, play deep into the playoffs, and maybe he's out of the rotation. He probably will be if they're fully healthy. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna be a fan favorite no matter where he goes.
From Sean, hey, Spike, Mike, and CJ, even if McCain wasn't having a great season, we're still worse after the trade than before. I wonder if Presti factored in the pick we have to send them, just nudging it ever so higher in the right direction. I don't think that Sam Presti thought that this was making the Sixers worse. That isn't, but it is. We are worse than before because we have not added any players and we lost.
Sure. It's certainly hard to argue we're better.
Yes. Yeah.
To at least have the option to play Jared McCain.
Yes.
Yeah. You brought it up with the Grimes being out for a little bit, but if Maxi's out for any length of time, it's over.
Over.
By like so much. And
yes.
I guess like to walk themselves down the plank and just to be like one nudge off of it if somebody gets hurt for the return that they got for Jared in the season that Joel is playing far better and more often than anybody else could have imagined. It just sort of like feels very bizarrely self-inflicted. And maybe it wouldn't have felt so pointless if they had made the trade that they were
hoping
gathering assets to make. But it feels pretty pointless now. It feels like a needless thing. He would have played in these games and maybe would have been helpful. Doubt he would have single-handedly undone a 50-point loss to the Knicks.
Probably.
But he could have given them a jolt against the Blazers. They could have won that game maybe. I don't know.
This came from Dalen, writes to RickySanchez@gmail.com. I've spent the past day giving the Sixers the benefit of the doubt, thinking another move is coming after the McCain trade. It's now clear another move is not coming. We got this at like 2:30. Josh Harris is right. We need to save the billionaires, but why stop with McCain? Let's get off VJ now, too, so we don't have to pay him in 3 years. So some other billionaire will have to. Maxi's making too much money. Trade him for a box of cereal and call it a day. Embiid can go to the Knicks for Jericho Sims and a top 29 protected first-round pick in 2042. Fuck Joshua Harris. Fuck Daryl for not having the balls to say no to Joshua's childish demands. Fuck Elton Brand. Fuck me. And fuck all of us for supporting this shithole excuse of an organization. Also, fuck Franklin the dog.
Yeah. It always ends in fuck me in this situation. Like
yes.
Fuck us for caring and stuff.
It's worth noting. And then this will be the last one I play. 833 Lickface.
Brendan Murphy, I'm a huge fan from North Carolina. Here's my question. We traded McCain. We shed the tax and converted Barlow. Cool. I like what Barlow did. Oh, hell. Don't kill me, Spike.
He ummed and he couldn't go anymore and he hung up.
He ummed and he stopped. Wow.
He hummed. He wanted to get through it without humming, and he just paused and he didn't know what to do. Don't be afraid of silence. That's the key to battle ums. Don't be afraid of the silence.
Wow. What a quick hook. Just a fucking shark. Just drop him into the Shark Tank.
Yep.
Press a button.
Yep. The Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast is presented by Draftkings Sportsbook, who we love. You know what? I should reach out to Draftkings. We always do. Oh, I don't know if they're legal in Louisiana. CJ, could you Google it real quick and see if we're legal in Louisiana? Even if not, you could bet back here in PA or New Jersey to do a special for Fly the Process. It's always fun when they do like a special bet that we can all get in on, some stupid fucking prop bet. We love DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, the presenting sponsor of the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast. They have your back as always with early exit. This is a frustrating thing. You know, you bet a prop on a player. If they go down at any point in the first half, you could still get paid out in cash. They don't do it in bonus bets, none of that stuff. It is absolutely, positively 100% in cash. The Sixers have actually, futures-wise, I know this sounds fucking moronic, to talk about the championship. But the Sixers have dropped from plus 3,000 to plus 4,000 in the last 10 days. Interestingly enough. Thunder's still the favorite to win the title. You have a long shot title pick? I have money on the Celtics. Do you have a long shot title pick?
Preseason, I put money on 2 teams to win the East.
Okay.
One is looking very good, and one is looking very bad.
So Detroit and Orlando.
Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta. Oh.
Detroit and Atlanta. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Atlanta, by the way, the only game that the Sixers have left between now and Fly the Process. So they better win that game or I'm bringing this energy to New Orleans, baby.
I'll warn the Preservation Hall folks that the Sunday morning pod might be ugly.
Exciting.
Yeah. Look, DraftKings Sportsbook, you don't even have to worry about the Sixers. You can bet on whatever you want. Bet on college hoops. Bet on the NBA, as I mentioned, official sports betting partner. Bet on the Winter Olympics, which...
CJ says legal in Louisiana.
There we go. There we go. I'll send Ethan a note right after this. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code RTRS. Shout out Ethan and Mike and Lauren, everybody at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code RTRS. New customers bet $5, and if your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets instantly with code RTRS in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Got to be 21. See show notes for details. We did get a relationship advice adjacent email, which actually made me smile. This came from Sam. Hi, Spike, Mike, CJ, Daryl, threatening puppets et al. A few years ago, summer of 2019 possibly, I went and looked, it was summer of 19. I was debating whether to apply to jobs in Washington, D.C. to follow my long-distance girlfriend of 8 or so months after college. Then there was a relationship advice segment where the two of you came out strongly in favor of an emailer moving, possibly to Minnesota, to pursue a relationship. I've carried that advice to pursue love and community above all else with me for years, and I'll be marrying the woman I moved to D.C. for on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
I would love to find that relationship advice segment, but I've had no luck. Does it ring a bell? Do you have any idea what episode I'm half remembering? I told him I found the email. It was July of 2019. So, of course, my fiance doesn't love the idea that I moved close to her because my Sixers podcast kind of told me to. But I think we can draw romantic inspiration from all sorts of sources. My non-basketball question, what unconventional places have you drawn life principles / advice from, and what's the wisdom? And basketball question, have you noticed Embiid hitting so many of his grifty mid-range shots this year when he clearly thinks he's been fouled but not getting the call? It seems like something he must have specifically worked on. There are a couple of good ones with Brooks against the Suns, but I've been seeing it all year. Have you noticed that? Embiid hitting the grifty ones that he's not getting the foul call on?
Yes, I think that is an indication of when he feels good, is that he's not just like flailing and giving up and like stopping short and the ball goes flying. He's like able to try to absorb the contact and give the ball a shot to go in. I think that's a sign that he feels good. What a nice email. I'm glad that other relationship advice things are helping other people.
Yes.
And we got a marriage out of it. And I need you to go to, it better been an LL thing. That needs to be a full,
you didn't mention
service
that.
Ricky ordeal.
Now, he asked if there was any, what did he say? I want to see how he phrased it. I don't want to.
Other inspiration?
Yeah. What unconventional places have you drawn life principles from? I actually just thought of a story, but do you have
no
anything?
life principles.
Okay. That's a fair one.
Not tonight. Not after that game.
Do you want a 60-second story about life principles from an unconventional place? So I'm working at WYSP at the time. I don't know. I'm probably 25 years old. It was in the same building as KYW News Radio at the time. This guy comes up to me, tall, thin guy. He's like, asked me what my name is. Worked at KYW as a sales guy. I said, I'm Spike. He said, I'm Chip. He was like, can I take you to lunch sometime? I'm like, sure. So we went to lunch, and he sits down, and he asked me what I do, and I tell him for work, and he says, what else do you do? And I don't have an answer. And he said, if you ask people what they do, they always tell you work. And if you say, what else do you do? Most of them don't have an answer. And he goes, I think you should always have an answer to that. What else do you do besides your work? He was like, we think about work too much. And he said his whole plan was he was putting his wife through medical school, and he loved Brazil. That's what else he did. He loves Brazil, and he wanted to start a trip company to Brazil. And like 3 years later, I looked, and he still has it today, the trip company. But I always kept that in my mind that, like, because I work so much, is like, you should have an answer to what else do you do?
Sure.
You know? Sure. It always stuck with me. It's probably 25 years that conversation has stuck with me. And we also went to the Ben Franklin Museum after lunch. It was a weird afternoon to go to lunch with some guy I never met before. Yeah.
Sounds like it. Love a guy with a thing. And you can imagine that guy has told that to every waiter or like
what else do you
cab
do?
Driver.
Yes.
Or like anything in the world that
But
just
he
like
cooked, man.
Dying to do my thing. Hey, it works. If you have a thing, you use it.
Brazil's his thing now.
It is a good life thing to live by, and I'm happy he's doing the Brazil thing.
So finally, this came from Prashant. I promised this one or the last one. He sent me an analysis of players in Major League Baseball who have hit 500 home runs versus players in the NBA who have scored 20,000 points. So,
are you getting dragged for this? I have not heard from him about it at all. Has he mentioned it to you?
He hasn't. You know what that means? It means he's fucking gritting his teeth and punching air about it every time it happens. I love you. You're smart. You're one of the best writers I know. Fucking idiot for this take, and you deserve to get dragged for it. So, and he was so surprised when I told him they weren't the same thing. In any case, from Prashant, how many have done it? Players with 500 career home runs, 28. How many MLB players? 21,000. That is approximately 0.14% of all MLB players.
Wait. Sorry,
now,
say it again?
So there are 28 players who have hit 500 home runs. There are about 20,000 to 21,000 MLB players. Okay. So that is 0.14% of all players. It's about 1 in 750 players. Okay. So now it's 20,000 points. There are 51. How many total NBA players? About 4,500. That is about 1.1%. 1 in 90 players. So as opposed to 1 in 750. So hitting 500 home runs is about 10 times rarer than scoring 20,000 points in the NBA on a per player basis. So it's not even close.
No, it wouldn't be how I would. That's an interesting way to get to that. I don't know that that's the perfect. I think it's just sort of. You don't need. You don't need to go to statistics for this thing. For
you
like
do for AU. I think we just need to beat him over the head with it.
Okay. I mean, he has. Seemingly, he has stood down, but he might be. He might be punching a wall somewhere.
Well, if Paul George, he told me, Paul George could score 20,000 points in a Sixers uniform. If that happens, wherever the game is, the Ricky is flying AU to that game, getting him a press pass so he can write a feature story on Paul George's 20,000
points. Mr. 20,000 himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, do you have anything to say? We're heading into the what's it called? The All-Star break.
We'll talk to Daryl at some point. I had a list of.
He better stop ducking us because we received a confirmation. And then we're waiting for scheduling information, but we don't have it yet. So stop
really
ducking us.
Do it after this game.
Yeah, we'd love to have him. You want to come on now, Daryl?
Right.
Call the cell.
Now?
Call the cell.
Hop
we got
on.
plenty of questions, buddy.
Hop the fuck on, dude.
Yeah, we're not even prepared.
Hey, watch the fourth quarter with us. Tell us what you think is going on.
Yeah.
I was gonna have a list of some guys I'm interested in with the Rockets pick, but I don't want to bury it at the bottom of this.
Oh yeah. Do it Saturday.
Podcast.
Do it Saturday. Let's do it Saturday.
Because we're in February.
Yes.
Tournament starts in a month or so, and
basically August.
It'll be good. It'll be good to have some guys to think about as the college basketball season heats up, which it is heating up, which I am happy about.
How are you going to be able to? Could you do me a favor? The guys that you bring up.
Sure.
Could you come up with an NBA comp that I would know?
Sure.
For each of them, if you could.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's good for people who don't watch college basketball to sort of imagine.
Totally.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still gathering. I'm still early in my gathering process.
Okay.
It's many months to go for the draft.
Well, of course.
But yeah, I'm starting to think about guys. It's mostly 3s and 4s that I'm excited about.
Oh, and last thing, thanks to John Hollinger, who's never been on the pod, but always seems to make a rights to Ricky Sanchez joke here and there. Zach Harper wrote an article for on The Athletic about what it's like to be a general manager during the trade deadline or be in the front office. And thank you to my old friend and coworker Maggie Gray for noticing this. And a quote from John Hollinger: "The GMs are more likely to get involved late or sometimes a bit sooner if it's a major deal. If it's trading Marc Gasol, the GM is going to be running that show. If it's the rights to Ricky Sanchez for Dexter Pittman and cash, yeah, okay, they're letting Hollinger handle that one. It's not an accident,
Sure,
So,
yeah.
Shout out John Hollinger.
I mean, Hollinger was a Memphis exec
Yes,
when they
he
were
was.
involved in the Ricky acquisition.
Yes.
And then Sam Young.
Yep. Shout out Sam Young.
The reason we exist.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll talk to you this
I had to
weekend.
watch this game and then talk about it on the fucking Sixers podcast.
So the Sixers go into the All-Star break in the 6th position. Well, I guess the games can happen tomorrow, but they're 30-24, a point differential of a blustery 0.3. They're the 60.
Well, they keep losing by. They've lost like 4
that's
games
what point
by 40
differential's
plus.
for. That's what point differential's
Yeah.
for.
Yes, it is.
It all evens out. All right.
It doesn't feel like it evens out, Spike.
Well, also one thing. Last thing. Daryl said that they didn't. I can't believe I didn't even think of this. He said no team made a significant addition in the East, or the Cavs did trade for James Harden.
Yeah, people have talked about that.
We didn't talk about it. Is that
He
is that
alluded
a
to the
slight
Cavs
on
as a-
Harden?
He alluded to the Cavs as like someone that made a difference.
Okay, all right.
In some place I saw.
Okay. Not here.
So, but we'll talk to him about it. He loves James, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Well, used to.
I think he still does. I think he would take him back in a heartbeat.
Well, I think he would take him back. Oh, you think so? Yeah, I think
Yes.
he probably would. Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah,
totally.
All right, we'll talk to you this weekend. The Sixers can go to hell. Are you down with TTP?
Go to hell. Yeah, like face.